Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDogs.com. It's Thursday, October 24th, 2019, here with your free picks. Of course, we're here live every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets, they're over at Pick Dogs Premium. And of course, we have free picks on every game every day at PickDogs.com. And of course, on our YouTube channel, I do a crap ton of videos. Crap ton. I'm doing NBA videos. I'm doing NFL videos. I've never done this many videos before. I was the first guy to do sports handicapping videos on the internet. I know that Jim Feist had a TV show before I did videos, but I was the first one to do daily videos. And, I've never done this many videos. Never. So I'm really excited about doing this many. Sometimes it gets to be a little much because I have to pound them some days. Like I did 27 college football videos this week. Got a little carried away, right? Did all the NFL. I've been doing, at least 3 to 4 NBA games a night. And even today, dog of the day, you guys know I went way outside my comfort zone and did NHL. And speaking of NHL, we're going to have Chris back with us again. After his big rebound, of course, he laid a big egg his first time here. And then the next time back, came back, put the hammer down, showed the book who was boss, took names, made no apologies for it. So we always like winning. So we'll have Chris back, and I think you guys. I understand. It's like he's new, so we're not just gonna take his word for it right out of the gate. We're gonna ask him some follow-up questions. That's what we do. We don't just we always my mother said it when I was a little kid. Everybody pretty much says it. I'm great at taking the other side of any argument out there. So I specialize in it. And I think that's kind of like why you guys show is that you're not going to hear the same thing from everybody else. I'm never going to come on here and say, I took the Patriots as 17.5-point favorites. I'm a fucking genius. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that word. But I'm not a genius. I'm a genius, right? It's like you're never going to hear me say that. But, I am the guy that will stick my neck out and take the 14-point dog and say they're going to win outright. That nobody else will do. But anyways, hopefully you guys are off to a good morning. Hopefully you guys got the... I am the guy that will stick my neck out and take the 14-point... There we go. Volume up because I was checking out. Going to guess notifications didn't go out. Morning, everybody. Morning. Thank you. I am older. So before I was old and shitty, now I'm older and shitty. Trying to see what's in the background over there. Oh, that's where all my hats are. You see that thing in the back? That's the alarm system for my house. Thank you. I always have a great day. I mean, this is my life that I have, right? This is the life that I have, right? It's I get up, I talk sports with you guys, and then I go play golf and go surfing, and then I come back, watch sports, and then talk sports with you guys. So if that's what I do on a regular day, I'm not sure what we could do, on my birthday that's any more special than that. I mean, let's see. I don't even know what the hell this guy's talking about. Gotta be super specific, man. Of course, I'm golfing. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I think we, I don't like sit here and go back over my record. I think the Suns are an up and comer, man. I think if they can stay healthy, they're gonna win games. I loved them yesterday. I know it was not a popular pick. Yeah. This pick right here is in the premium area. So you can get it at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll go over the game, though. But my pick's in the premium on that. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. I want to thank everyone that has purchased a premium package already. I know that, so the day passes for the premium. The thing about the day pass, I'll explain this to you guys. if you buy a day pass, it's 24 hours. So if you buy it like now at like 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, or 1 o'clock Eastern time or something, you basically get 2 days worth of picks, because I put my picks in about 1 o'clock in the morning. I always put them in the night before. So you get 2 days worth of picks, in the day package. But anyways, I having trouble with the premium area, so I got to stop the show to help him. But anyways, thanks to everyone for all the birthday wishes. Makes me, the dog of the day, outright winner. I think I don't like go back over the NBA games or any of the picks that we do the day before. I usually try not to do that. But I think we tore it up in the NBA yesterday. And I think, we hit both the first opening nights. I think we're like 14-2 to start the NBA season on this show with our pre-pick. I have one in the premium area today. Anyways, let's go. Yes, Chris will be here very shortly. But let's get back here. SMU Houston over 66.5. I like this one. I like the over 66.5 in SMU Houston. And that's going to be my pick in this game. I was thinking about making this the premium pick, actually. I just think this is going to be a shootout. I think that, both these teams don't have long possessions. These aren't like grinded out between the tackle teams, and then, kind of West Coast offensive 7-8 yard passes. These are teams that are throwing for at least a first down on every play, if not a seam pass for a touchdown. I think when you have a lot of possessions, it generally lends itself to a lot of points. Even if you have a lot of 3-and-outs, you still get a lot of points. I'm going to take the over in SMU Houston. I'm going to put an asterisk next to this one. I'd say of the free picks, this is probably the best bet today. Thank you, June. Like I said, this one's in the premium area. I only lost like 2 NBA games, and one of them I had the Celtics. But I had, so I did lose that game, but I won just about every other game. The dog of the day was an outright winner. Suns and the Thunder, both big cashers. If you go to the premium area, all the prices are listed. There you go. Yes, Chris is here and will be here shortly. AJ is 1-16 in the NBA. I guess you missed our show yesterday because we absolutely tore it up. That was really, as far as NBA starts the season go, these last 2 days, that's the best start to the NBA season I ever had. It's like I rarely start the NBA season on fire like that. Normally, because you know why? I get sucked in on the favorites like a lot of people do. I'm looking to see if I can find our picks from yesterday. But in the NBA, in the early season, man, it's been almost all dogs, right? Yep. Thanks for all the happy birthdays. Anyone got any game questions? So if I was old and shitty before, now I'm older. I'm still. I don't know if I'm shittier, but I'm older. I'm still shitty or shittier. That's what Craig said about me. But anyways, if you guys could hit the thumbs up, greatly appreciated over on YouTube, and subscribe to our channel. But anyone have any questions? I don't know what that means. I mean, it's Team A versus Team B with a point spread, but if you're looking for a pick on SMU Houston on the side, that's in the premium area. We covered that game on our college football show yesterday, and Steve Monahan gave his pick on that game, so you can get it. I hate questions like this, and I'm not calling you out, and I'm not saying anything bad about you. I'm just going to say I hate questions like this. It's like, so I did the video, right? I posted it. I went to bed. I woke up and I'm doing the show. And now you're asking me if I still like it. I never said I was confident in it. My best bets are in the premium area. I'll say it 1,000 times. And if it's not in the premium area, I'm not overly confident about it, right? So it doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, that game's in the premium area. I like the Pistons on the back-to-back at home. I know that the back-to-back is usually death in the NBA, but this is a road home. So it's the home opener for the Pistons. And we picked them yesterday. They won. No reason why they don't do it again here. Craig Trapp said I was old and crappy. He said I was too old and shitty to do the radio show. Yeah, you need to go Team A versus Team B with the point spread if you're going to ask questions. This way, everybody watching knows exactly what you're talking about. But if we're going to do NHL, which we are, I like the under in the Vikings-Redskins. I like the under. I'm going to go. It's low like that because they're basically baiting you in to take the over. Thank you. I thought that was an easy pick. Anyways, let's bring in Chris, and so he can do some NHL with you guys. I know he has a couple games that he considers best bets for NHL today. So, Chris, how's it going today?
Good, Mitch. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Chris has got the new haircut. It's I don't know if he's endorsed by Supercuts or what is the new one? Sport Cuts?
No, Great Clips.
Great Clips. It's a great clip. I cut my own hair. I bought one of those wall razors. I used to have, long blonde hair. I cut it all off. It looks like I'm bald on top, but actually, if you see it up close, I have hair here. It's just thinning. I didn't want to be one of those guys like with thinning hair on top and like the long hair all over the place. So I cut it all off, and that's why I have it. I mean, I could pull it off, right? I mean, not everybody can cut all their hair up and be, this old and shitty, right? But it's like I can, and so I did it. And I did it about 2 years ago, and I really like it. It's because I was kind of thinning on top in the middle, and it was like, so my hair is really, really light. I play golf and I surf, so I'm out in the sun just all the time, and I live in Hawaii, right? So my hair, it's like, you can see it like even on my arms. It's like you can't see the hair on my arms, but it's like, believe me, I have it. And it's like, it's because I'm out in the sun the whole time. So it's like, it just looked terrible. So I bought one of those wall razors, and I just cut it myself. So that's what I do.
Yeah, I've tried it. I end up looking like a soccer ball after, but
yep.
Anyways, that's why I just get someone else to do it for me.
This game's in the premium area. It's my one NBA that I put in the premium. The rest of them I gave out free picks, but I did the college football, the NFL, and this game are my 3 premium picks for today. So we'll take that out of the equation. So Chris, got a pretty full NHL schedule today. I even did NHL as my dog of the day. It's very rare that I do that. I do that about 2 to 3 times a year. I've been pretty good at them. I know you're on the other side of that one. And, it happens. People, they don't buy into it, and they don't care if it's my dog of the day, and they don't care about the penny, and they don't care about any of these things. So I don't see any hockey questions here yet. But here we go. Kings versus Blues minus 180.
I was doing this last night, and I don't like this game personally, but I like St. Louis in regulation. I think St. Louis, they're still in that honeymoon phase from winning the cup, but the Kings have gotten torched in net more often than not this season, allowing just under 3.8 goals a game. St. Louis on a 3-day break may have helped recharge the batteries. I think they start to get ready to go on a little bit of a run here. I just think that's the only play here. It's more of a fade from LA than anything else.
So it's a fade of LA, taking the Blues, laying the big number here. You guys, everyone knows I'm not a fan of laying the big number. I know that Chris went against the Kings last time, and I asked him if Quick was shot, and he said yes, he was. And meanwhile, The Kings got the win last time. Chris is in the dark over there. We'll have to get him a light, but that's okay. It's not going to help. There you go. A little bit. You moved it moved back. It doesn't matter. We can see it. We can see it. We're just going to need. It's something we need to work on. When I had my house remodeled, I have 2 lights right above me that are things. Normally, like when you see me do my videos, I have studio lighting, back in the thing. But here I have, when I had the house redone, I have a special switch where only 2 lights right above my desk go on just for this. So, it is what it is. Lighting is always a problem with people. It's always a problem.
It's just a different setup today. The last couple times it's been all right.
What we'll do is if we ever make any money at pickdogs.com, we'll just buy a camera. Like I actually got a low light camera here on my desk, and you could see, I could change my picture. So here's my low light camera, and here's my other one. So you could see the color difference.
Yeah.
On one and the other. Now I don't know how to get out of this screen, so this is going to be interesting. There we go. We got the wrong one. Oh my God. It's too much. Here we go. We do this, and now we're back. But you can see I have the low light. So anyways, no one really cares about that. All they care about is the hockey.
And just to clear that up, I'm not going to lay the big number with St. Louis. I think you can.
I don't know what. I would like to know if anybody knows what this means. I have no idea. I have no idea what that means. Hawks Clips -115. No idea what that means. Predicted score on Dallas Stars. Who are they playing? You have to say Team A versus Team B with the money liner point spread. I am not sure why this is so difficult. See, like this, that's how you do it. Just like that. That's not how you do it. That's how you do it. This is not how you do it. This is how you do it. I'm just not sure why this is so difficult. The whole idea behind this is that anybody watching, anybody that tunes in, you don't have to know that Dallas is playing the Ducks. You don't have to know what the odds are. You just can see it right on the screen. The question's not for you. It's for everybody that watches the show. Thousands of people that watch this show. So you have to just keep that in mind. Let's do it, Chris. What do you think? Ducks versus the Stars while I got this up for Rene Gerardo Velasquez II.
I like Dallas to win in regulation at +110. Anaheim's coming into this one off of back-to-back losses. And, Dallas beating Ottawa last time out, it's nothing special, but they also beat Philadelphia on the road. They're starting to build some confidence now. They have a couple wins under their belt. And you know what? Johnson's been Anaheim's workhorse. I'm expecting him to get another start here. But he's struggled in Dallas, giving up 18 goals in his last 4 starts in Dallas. I'm not a huge Ben Bishop guy, but this could be the turning point for early on for where both these teams start heading. I like Dallas to win in regulation +110.
So, Chris, going with the dog here, we'll move right along. We go to these are classic teams. When I grew up in Miami, and we didn't have a hockey team when I lived there and when I was growing up, but I'll tell you what we had. And I know I think in Canada, when you're born, they drop one of these in at the hospital. It's like you come out, they wrap you in the blanket, and then they put you down on one of these games. It's the rod hockey game, with the guys that just spin. Mine was Blackhawks versus Flyers. That's what mine was that I got. And it was back in the Bobby Clark days, and Dave Schultz was on the team. We used to pull him off and hit the other things with it, right? But and they played against Montreal Canadiens, and Guy Lafleur was my center guy, right? And but here we go. It was Canadiens versus Flyers. It wasn't Black. I thought it was Blackhawks. Maybe it was Canadiens Black. Maybe I got it way wrong. Maybe it was Canadiens Black. Maybe I had two. Maybe I had 2 different games because I broke the one. That's probably what happened because I remember both of those. And but because Tony Esposito was my goalie, you got the Blackhawks and the Flyers here. Blackhawks favored in a game. We talked about them the other day. I know you're not big on it, but.
They made me eat my words last time. Kicked the crap out of Vegas. The same Vegas team that actually shut down Chicago winning in a shootout last time they played. Like I said, both of Chicago's wins have come at home this season. I'm not a fan of Philly in their goaltending. I'd lean Chicago in this one. -110.
Okay. So Chris going with the Blackhawks here, changing his tune. He had the Flyers, I think, the other day, right? And they let you down. Is that what happened?
No, I went against the Flyers and they.
Oh, that's right. You went against the Flyers and they scored like 15 goals. It was like
a
big output. We'll keep moving right along. Let's see. It's one pick per person. So Trey Jordan, you got to pick one or the other, man. You got a lot of information here. Chris, if you can decipher this, Wild plus 145 at Preds minus 1.5 plus 152 plus the total. It's one pick per person, but
my best pick on this game is going to be Nashville to win in regulation at minus 115. I'm also going to put a little bit on Nashville minus 1.5 at plus 151. Minnesota, they made me eat my words against Edmonton, shutting the Oilers out 3-0. Both of their wins have come at home, and now they go on the road. They're 1-5 this season. They're outscored 22-8 in those 5 losses. And even if they factor in that win against the Senators, they're still being outscored 22-10 on the road. Nashville's leading the league in scoring, averaging 4.2 goals a game, 4.5 goals a game at home this season. I think Nashville rolls here.
So you just think it's just an absolute Nashville bludgeoning, and you like the over as well?
I would lean towards the over. Is it 6.5 or 6?
Okay, well, not a ton of questions on today's show. So you got any other games you want to talk about here as far as NHL?
NHL. Well, you and I discussed this. I like Buffalo minus 130. The tickets have to stop cashing at some point. I'm aware of that, but you're getting me a reasonable price against a Rangers team that's lost 5 straight. I can't pass that.
This is what they said about the Blues last year too, that the ticket has to stop cashing, and it never did, right? Or 2 years.
Yeah.
It was last year. In the second half of the season when they just rolled. We've seen it in the NBA as well. More than a couple of years ago. But I got to say, when the Mavericks won the NBA title, that was an absolute cash machine as well. We saw it with the Minnesota Twins in baseball this season, mostly as an underdog. Some of the best odds you'll ever see on a team that won a division all the way through. And of course, our Oakland A's. We've been pounding that. We've been riding that horse for about 10 years. And I love fading the big favorites.
I think another one that's actually going to be a very good game tonight is going to be Arizona against the Islanders. I've got Arizona at plus 100. It's basically at even money. They're both coming in winning 4 games in a row. But you know what? Arizona's picked up points in 6 straight. They've only given up 2 goals or less in the 5 wins in that stretch. New York's only scored 3 goals. Yeah, just got to find. I had it here. Yeah, 3 goals in each of their last 4 games. So I think Arizona, they're playing better defense. They got better goaltending. That's where the value is going to be in this game.
Yeah, for me, this game is in the premium area. So this is a premium pick for me tonight. I gave out a pick already on the show for the total, and we went over it on yesterday's college football show. If you want to go back and rewatch that, Steve Monahan gave his pick on this game, and I gave a pick on the total. The SMU Houston though is in the premium area. The premium area is open at Pick Dogs. We're doing tons of free picks on this show. I do tons of free pick videos, but at some point I have to pay the bills. And when I ran tons of ads on the other sites, I got nothing but complaints. So trying to keep the ads to a minimum and just going to try and stick with the premium as long as I can. Eventually, we're going to have ads and everything else because our costs are skyrocketing, and I'm paying everything out of the pocket. But anyways, Washington versus Edmonton.
This is the one that we're disagreeing on.
Go ahead.
I like Washington minus 130 here. I've been one of the biggest proprietors of Edmonton in the early going. They've cashed a lot for me, but the Oilers run back-to-back losses. Like we said earlier, they were humbled by Minnesota. Mike Smith's getting the start here as far as I know, and the flaws in his game are starting to show through. Washington's a more battle-tested team here. They're more experienced. the talent's there for Edmonton, but I just think the Capitals on the road, going 5-1 away from home this season. It's not a popular pick, but Edmonton's wins at home have come against teams like LA and Detroit who haven't been very strong this season. Washington's been beating up teams on the road, and I just think that they're probably favored on the road for a reason. I like Washington minus 130.
So you're thinking like that. So what you're saying is that Edmonton 7-2 isn't as good as Washington 7-2. This is where I'm lost because obviously I don't look at a lot of hockey, but I know what a win is and I know what a loss is, and I know that in professional sports, getting a win and is always difficult, no matter who you're playing, and taking a loss can happen to anybody, and it does happen to everybody. So it just seems to me at home, at the plus money with even records, it's just, to me, I don't see where that adds up. But that's just me. So
a couple of the games, like they had a game against LA early in the season, they had to scrape that out 6-5. That was back and forth. LA had to lead multiple times, and Edmonton had to pull it out late. They did pull it out, but it was giving up 5 goals to an LA team that's had an issue keeping the puck out of the net. Scraped by against Detroit last week. Detroit team is probably going to finish outside the playoff picture once again. I just think Washington's had the tougher schedule in the early going, and like I said, they've done really well on the road. They beat Chicago, Calgary 5-3 in back-to-back games. They beat Dallas on the road. They beat the Islanders. They beat the defending champions in St. Louis on opening night. I don't know. I just think that Washington gets it done here.
Okay, sounds like a bandwagon homer pick, but to me, it's kind of like, it's Washington, so I'm taking them. It's kind of this. You sound like every Yankee fan, you sound like every Red Sox fan, Cub fan I've ever met.
I hate the Red Sox.
To me, 7-2, 0-1. But just 4-0 straight up at home. I just don't know what more you want from these guys.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. But I've been wrong before. I know Washington's 6-0 on the puck line on the road, and I don't know anything about this Columbus-Carolina matchup. This one looks to be pretty close. Columbus plus 105, Carolina minus 125 on the road. Columbus 4-3-2. This is a team that kind of like I like this is why I like Columbus, and I don't like the city of Columbus. I'm not saying I don't like the city of Columbus. Let's just say I'm not going on vacation there anytime soon, right? But my wife is from Ohio, and I know that they're generally pretty good sports fans, and it's kind of like it's not a hockey state, right? So it's just weird.
Yeah, this game I'm leaning to Columbus with the plus money at home. Carolina's been the better team in the early going. They've had a week to rest up, but I'm worried there's a little bit of rust. They also scored 2 goals in each of their last 4 games. Columbus could be a little bit worn down after playing 7 straight 1-goal games, but one of those games was a 3-2 win on the road against these same Hurricanes. Columbus has some momentum after beating Toronto. I think that carries over here, but my better play would probably be the total. I like under 6. Last 9 meetings, haven't seen more than 5 goals. So, based on the trends alone, the under's probably worth a look as well.
All right. Isaac Lloyd, Saskatchewan, doesn't know where to find odds on games. But he bets games. This is a weird thing. Montreal versus the Sharks.
I like the over. San Jose's not a great team on the road. They picked up 3 out of 4 points in their last 2 road games. But I'm basing this on the goaltending match of Martin Jones against Carey Price. Jones allowed 4 goals all of his 3 starts on the road and 5 to 7 starts this season. Carey Price, slightly more reliable goalie. You could probably make a case for Montreal at home, but he's only won 2 of 12 career starts against the Sharks. He's allowed 11 goals in his last 3 starts again at home against San Jose. So it seems like a 5-4 type of game to me. So I think the over would probably be a safer bet here, even at 6.5.
Okay, so over. in the Canadiens versus the Sharks. One game that no one asked me about was the Warriors against the Clippers. I mean, it's only the Warriors versus the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard back against the Warriors again. We saw him put up 30 the other night, and I did a video pick on this game, but I think that this is going to be a great game. And I think the Warriors are really getting downplayed, but this is a team that has been in the NBA championship almost every year. So, and Steph Curry. They added D'Angelo Russell. I know they're missing, Kevin Durant's gone and Klay Thompson's hurt. I understand that, but this is still a very loaded team. I know the Clippers are a very good team too, and this is going to be a tight game. I just think the Warriors in their brand new stadium get the best of this game, and I'm just surprised no one asked me about it. But I took the Warriors. I did a video on this game as well, so you can check that out. Thank you very much. I am old and I am shitty. I just don't know if I'm shittier than